You do not have to be a NPC. You have autonomy. You have choices. You don't just have sight looking around you in your immediate periphery. You can have vision and see where the puck is going and fucking get there. What's up, guys? This is Jason, Actualization, and I have a very important question for you to ponder. And don't just have some haphazard, knee-jerk response to this question. Really allow it to marinate so that you can solidify a substantive response to it. The question is this: are you just merely a NPC in your life? Are you just a non-player character, one of these background individuals with this basal default programming, just walking along, proceeding henceforth in a sort of stupor, without actually having intelligent action? Are you just at the effect of your life? Or are you actually at the cause of your life, properly engaging life, moving forward, and having some sort of intelligent design, some sort of a rhyme or reason? Or are you just taking the path of least resistance that is laid out for you, not leaning into your comfort zone, just remaining in this state of sedation? So for me, my life, to be honest with you guys, I wasn't always Jason Actualization. I was a NPC for the first 20 years of my life, run by the autopiloted thoughts inside my head. I was a non-player character. I wasn't, as Joseph Campbell poignantly articulates, on the hero's journey. I hadn't taken the call to action. I hadn't encountered the myriad threshold guardians that I eventually did and continue to do, but rather, I was just flying by the seat of my pants, haphazardly proceeding throughout life in a fashion such that I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I never wanted to create waves in my life. I never wanted to introduce controversial ideas to the world, telling us all that we are being poison dripped by the bioaccumulation of linoleic acid rich vegetable oils, the hateful eight. I never wanted to be someone who was gaining attention, who was an influencer. That wasn't what I felt destined for. But then there was a certain call to action, a certain emotional turmoil, emotional upheaval that ultimately triggered me into action. As human beings, we tend to be more motivated by the aversion of pain than the pursuit of pleasure. I want you guys to know that if you do identify right now and you're just being honest with yourself, and you do identify as that aforementioned NPC, that doesn't have to be your story. And that's what it was for me when I woke up. I realized, God, this can't be it for me, man. This can't be the character that I'm cast as. There's no way. Up until that point in time, I thought it was just this helpless reader turning the page, finding out what the next chapter entailed. I didn't realize that I had a proverbial pen and paper in my hands, and that I had the autonomy, I had the conscious will to trek a different path, to chart a different course moving forward, one that was more satisfying, one that engaged me to utilize my faculties and to elevate my character and to curate a character that was capable of contending with the inevitable adversarial nature of life, to realize that ultimately I was going to have to become something that I wasn't currently, and that it was going to be a painful process that would demand all that I had. It was going to take me to hell and back. As a non-player character, I didn't exert conscious will. It's like I didn't have a vote. I didn't have a voice, and it's my greatest fear for all of you is that you don't have the substantive self-esteem to even stick up for yourself. As I go down the fitness and aesthetic rabbit hole, you guys are going to see pictures of my back. I'm actually doing a sexy in 60 days transformation right now. This is day 11 for me, and you're going to see this colossal scar on my back and wonder where the hell that came from. And that was the NPC version of me who shows up to a dermatology appointment that his mom is particularly adamant about. No harm, no foul, mom. Wanted me to have this annual appointment. And there is maybe a dime, nickel-sized max mole on my back that they deem to be conceivably disconcerting. If not for the size, perhaps the asymmetry or the color. I'm not sure what exactly prompted them to deem this to be potentially dysplastic and to take a colossal, God only knows what sort of a sharp edge and just completely excise it. And the question is, when I believe his name was Matt, this was a long time ago, I don't know, I was maybe 14 or 15, when he is drawing the outline on my back that is seemingly the size of a football field, wouldn't you think that would have encouraged me to at least say something? At least pose the question of whether or not he was actually going to be cutting out a piece of my skin that was consistent with the size of the circle or oval that he was drawing. But no, see, the NPC version of me didn't want to create any waves, didn't want to create any ripples in the pond. I just thought everybody had my back. And I'm not saying that this was ill-intended. I'm just saying that I assumed that everyone was competent and just sort of knew what they were doing and was just following the path before them, just sticking in line, not causing any chaos, not introducing any entropy to their environment. Or all of the times that, and as it turns out, I love a medium rare steak, but at this time I didn't know it. All the times that I would just order a medium rare steak because my grandfather enjoyed that. And he just had this innate influence over me that dictated a lot of my behaviors that were not because Jason had independently elucidated the fact that that was the decision that ultimately was right for me, but rather just being this echo chamber of sorts, telling people what they wanted to hear, as opposed to what I wanted to say. Because for one, I hadn't even sussed that out. I didn't even know what I wanted to say. But also, I didn't think that that had value. That just my own authenticity, for the sake of itself, was intrinsically meaningful. Or the times when my girlfriend, I would actually say something that was valuable, or that was at least innately authentic. She didn't like it. She would literally put she would put her hand over my mouth as if to shut me up. And then because I knew she would enjoy this reaction, I would do like this incredibly beta thing of being bright-eyed. Like I would do something, I'm not even sure if I could replicate it now. I would be like, you know what I mean? Like as if I was surprised by the 100th time that she would do this. I wasn't surprised, but I knew that she enjoyed it when I acted surprised, like when I would get open-eyed or bright-eyed like that. I knew that she enjoyed that. So I was very reaction-seeking. And I wasn't poised. I wasn't based. I wasn't at ease with myself. I wasn't grounded. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. I was a NPC at the effect of my environment and not at the cause of my core. Guys, I love you all very much. Thank you so much for checking out this video today. You do not have to be a NPC. You have autonomy. You have choices. You don't just have sight. looking around you in your immediate periphery, you can have vision and see where the puck is going and fucking get there. Guys, thanks for checking out this video today. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this, friends. And as always, until next time, find your freedom. Peace.